Payday 2 PlayStation 4 tutorial series. Today we'll be doing Diamond Store Stealth on our usual Death Sentence 1 down difficulty. I've got my Judge shotgun as usual, but I am taking the saw as a primary this time because there are a few ATMs in this level that I'd like to open. And I'm taking ECM jammers, but I'm going to need to use those to get the store down and lock down this level. This is a level that's possible to lock down and therefore a great starter stealth level to practice on. There's only 4 guards and it's very doable to get everybody in the level locked down. As far as assets, you can buy a body bag asset. It's in the front of the store, but it is accessible. It's just very hard to access. And then I'm taking a body bag case as my secondary as well, so that we'll have plenty of body bags.
Here we are.
So if you haven't done the Diamond Store before, there are actually 2 stores. The Diamond Store, and then those are the offices to it up there. And then the car dealership. It's always good to try and rob both, because the car dealership may have an extra safe behind the counter. The first order of business is to find security, and it's in the same place every single time. It's always on the left here and right there. There's a very small percentage chance that this door won't be here. If this door is not here, then you have to do this entire level with cameras. And I suggest that is extremely difficult to pull off. So what I would suggest is just restart. You've got, I think, about a 90% chance from what I've seen that this door will be here. So if it's not, I would just restart. There's also a chance that cameras will be either here or on that wall up there. If there's a camera, before you take the cameraman out, always take the camera out, because what that does is the cameraman calls in a guard from inside to come outside and check that camera out and see what happens. So you basically lure one of the 3 wandering guards inside the store outside, and it's much easier to take him out that way. But we don't have any cameras here right now, so we're just going to mask up.
It's go time.
You got to make sure that civilians are not coming from that alleyway or from down here, and you're good. There is a lady right there that I'll be taking down, but not quite yet, and she's not always there. So you pick the lock and you take out the security guard.
No, nothing's up over here. Just same old, same old.
Okay. No need to bag him up. I will, however, put my body bag case down. Grab an extra.
Found one.
Okay, so check again, make sure there's no civilians around. Alright, and what I'm going to do is quickly just take her out.
Don't kill civilians.
Because I don't want her hanging around this alleyway when I see how people are coming down here. So civilians wander down that alleyway, and it's a great spot to be able to just take people hostage and put them in the security room where they're out of the way. You want as little wandering civilians in the level as possible.
Down. Get down. On the ground. On the
So perfect. So we've got a few here that we're just going to take hostage, and then they'll be out of our way for the remainder of the level. If you don't take these guys hostage, then they just keep walking around over and over again. So we'll go ahead and put him down. I would get every hostage, even though they're in the alleyway, I would get every hostage inside the security room, because if somebody does see close enough to the street, then they're going to panic everybody in the street, which is going to lead to everybody panicking, a chain reaction of panic inside the store. So just always better to be safe than sorry.
Follow
and
me!
get everybody inside here. Nobody's ever going to come in here and check it out, so. Alright, so the next order of
Follow
business after
me!
this is to get the rest of the guards and the manager down. And the best place to do that is in the offices upstairs. Now I'm going to check the cameras real quick. See, it's full of guards right now. And then the manager also comes up there, but those are the only people who walk that hall upstairs, is the 3 wandering guards and the manager. You want the manager because she has a key card, and you cannot, it's not to a door, it's to actually a keypad that disables an alarm system. If you get everybody down in this whole level and then you start breaking the glass, a silent alarm will all of a sudden go off and you'll have ruined your mission. The manager has a key card that you put inside of a keypad, and it disables the alarms on the glass themselves. So it's very important, it's necessary to get the manager and get the manager's key card. So as I said, we're going to hack into the offices now upstairs. And we're going to start taking, there's the manager right there, but I'm going to let her go. We're going to start taking people out in this hallway. The best way to do this is if you shoot from this way. I know I'm going to be careful. I know it seems very...
What? Oh, no.
Wow.
I didn't call you.
Okay, they do come
Must be some
outside
kind of
and check
interference on your
sometimes after you have opened the door. This might actually be really good for us, because we'll get
No,
2
nothing's up over here.
guards
Just same old, same old.
for the price of 1. So that's always nice. Okay, we'll take these guys out of here real quick. And that's not the preferable way to do it. As I was saying, you don't really want to shoot from this direction if you don't have to, because usually you miss and break the glass right there. So I'm going to go get her real quick, because she's in a great spot.
Down! Down!
I'm just going to take her hostage for now. I already have a bag on my back. I am going to grab her key card, though. And now we've got only 1 guard left wandering around. I'll just leave that there for now. There's the guard wandering. So good timing.
Whoa.
The key basically is to take all 3 guards and the manager in this hallway. As I said, you really don't want to do it from the direction I've had to do it this time. This direction, because it's very likely you'll break this glass, and then everybody will know. The whole mission's over. So what I like to do is sneak into this hallway, hide behind this fax machine, and when they come around the hall, when they're about right, like there, I like to pop out and just shoot them. Then nobody sees, it's very safe, there's no glass, so that's the way I preferably like to do it. But that's fine. We've taken all 3 guards and we've taken the manager, so there's nobody left to stop us now. All we need to do is make sure that we get everybody down in the actual store itself downstairs. Before we do that, though, we want to make sure that we're not shooting any glass. Remember I said that we got to put that key card the manager gave us into a keypad to disable the alarms on the glass. The keypad could be there. Oh, there's a civilian walking around. Ha! Didn't even see the body bags. Cool. That's an easy fix, though. You can hide the body bags better, or you can easily... The back is not hard to control a situation. There's no windows there or anything. So as I said, the keypad can be right there. It can also be right here, but it's not in either of those places. There is a chance that it can actually be downstairs if you go down those stairs, and as soon as you hit the bottom of the stairs, if you look left on the wall, it could be there. But I saw it earlier in the best spot it can possibly be, and that is in the security room itself. Take a body bag with us. So here's the keypad. So you always put the key in the keypad and it turns from red to green. and says disarmed. So now the glass is good to go. Now if you accidentally shoot some glass, you haven't ruined your whole mission. Now just to check an item off my list, I'm going to take down everybody in the back area now. And I'm just going to go ahead and shoot them.
Wasting ammo and jeopardizing the operation.
Oh, and there's somebody.
Stay down.
And I'm just going to move her not all the way to the security room because there's not that many wanderers left at this time. I'm just going to move her to this back area. Get her down. Okay. So, now we can take down the main area. I always prefer to go from the offices up here and then just run down and start going for it. You can tie people up. I do recommend... You don't have a lot of cable ties, though. I do recommend shooting people. I know it's expensive, but if you try and get everybody down, there's a chance that people are going to start running around and try and call from their cell phones. And you'd preferably like to only use one ECM jammer for this whole entire store. So here we go. I'm going to put the ECM down, and then we're going to run in there, and we're going to take everybody in the store down. If anybody sees outside, I got to run outside very quickly and take care of that as well.
On the ground. Get down. Down. Down.
Think about what you're doing here, huh?
Down.
If you end up in custody now, I think you'll be there until the end of
Nobody
days.
move. Nobody talk, and everybody lives. Don't you speak English? You got something to say, or do you want to live? And don't move. You got a death wish? Stay still.
Okay. So
Stay
so
put.
far, we're actually all right. And we've only used one ECM so far, too. It did not spread to the street, and one of the reasons it probably didn't is because we took so many of the wandering civilians down in the alleyway. That really helps you so that people aren't just walking around here. But that secures the whole store. That's about it. Now, we want to take out everybody on the street because we're going to take the car dealership as well. So now I'm just going to wander out in the street. Always check both bus stops. You can be this guy right here. You can be wandering around the whole level and just think you're good to go. And all of a sudden, all of a sudden you just get you could be right here. And then all of a sudden you'll just be walking around and you'll get a question mark. It'll freak you out. So make sure that you check everywhere and both bus stops. I'm going to shoot that guy, which is going to trigger the guy inside. That's fine. Oh, you didn't even see. Look at that. Okay. Now, I'll get the register here. And in this level, there are always two safes. They're in different locations, but there are always two safes. One is usually in the car dealership.
Let's try to have the drill do its thing without
So we're
others
going to drill
coming
that
near it.
one,
The noise
and
might
then
tip them
we'll come
off.
back and check on that later. And that's basically robbing the car dealership. There's not much to it. The other safe could be in security itself, or it can be in one of the two offices upstairs. I think I remember it being in this back office. Yep, there it is. And now that you've locked down the level, have no fear of doing whatever you want. You can throw a grenade, shoot the glass, whatever. This is another store, as I said in jewelry store, go through it very slowly and methodically. There is a lot here. So make sure you break every piece of glass that you have, that you've already been to. So that you don't waste time going back and forth trying to figure out and miss some jewelry or a bag. There are a lot of bags in this level. I don't even know how many. There's probably like 18, 20 bags in this whole level. So I like to just throw them all right there and collect them all at the end. So that's pretty much it to Diamond Store. I'm going to collect all of this stuff up, and then we will regroup at the very end and talk talk about everything at that point. Okay, last bag, and there is 18 bags. You only need 14, but for each extra bag you get, it's 230,000 per extra bag. The other bags, the first 14 bags only give you 5,000 a bag. That the extra ones give you 230,000. So that's a big difference. You want to collect all the bags. So now that we've gotten everything out, we want to check the two safes. There's always a chance that there's a money bag in these safes. There's nothing. She has pictures. So that kind of sucks. Money bags give you a lot. I don't remember exactly how much. I think it's 400,000, 460,000 on this level or something like that. But it gives you a lot of extra payout. This is just money rolls, so not great, but an extra 19,000. But you always want to get both safes just in case. Sometimes both safes have a money bag, so you can get a pretty impressive payout. The last thing we want to do is the ATMs. So if you had to use both of your ECMs, not to worry. That's why I brought a saw. So if you've got a saw, I recommend bringing it so you can get 100% of the stuff out. I can open one of these ATMs with my ECM jammer because I didn't use both of them. I thought about it because it was getting a little bit out of control in there. But try not to panic. Try and just keep getting people down, shooting people, methodically going through it, and you should be okay most of the time. The other ATM is very difficult to see. It's all the way back here. So there's your van. There's the store. It's like all the way across here in the middle of nowhere. Since I don't have another ECM, this is the only reason I brought this saw right here. There you have it. 390,000 per ATM. So it's worth it. It's just worth it. And taking your threat level from 3 to 20, it does suck. But at the same time, if you practice this level a few times, there's not really much difference between 3 and 20. You can get this level down and do it almost every single time just fine. So that's the Diamond Store. Hope you guys liked it. Like and subscribe if you did, and I will see you next time.
If there ever was one.